यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातीरवनचारी यमुनातीरवनचारी यमुना हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Gauranga Gaura Jayo राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जय राधा जयो जगन्नाथ जयो बलदेवा बलदेवा जयो सुभद्रमाय जयो जगन्नाथ जयो बलदेवा जयो गौरानिताय जयो गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जयो गौरानिताय जयो गौरानिताय जयो 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 प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की संकीर्तन महायज्ञ की श्री ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय So we're reading Canto 4, Chapter 20, Text 22. Athavamrijya shrukala Athavamrijya sukala vilokayan Atripta drigo charamaha purusham Padasprisantam shitimam saunnate Vinyastahastagram uranga vidvisha Athavamrijya shukala vilokayan Atripta drigo charamaha purusham Padasprisantam shitimam saunnate Vinyastahasta gramuranga vidvisha Athavamrijya shukala vilokayan Atripta drigo charamaha purusham Padasprisantam shitimam saunnate Vinyastahasta gramuranga vidvisha Prabhuji. Atha Brahmraja Sukala Vilokayan Atriptadirgo Harapurusham Adasprishantam Chitimam Sannate Avilokayan Atriptadirgocharamahapurusam Adasprishantam Chitimam Sannate Mataji's. Chitimam Sannate Atha. Thereupon, Avambrija, wiping, Ashru Kala, the tears in his eyes, Vilokayan, observing, Atripta, not satisfied, Driggocharam, visible to his naked eyes. Aha, he said, Purusam, unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Pada, with his lotus feet. Sprisantam, just touching. Shitim, the ground. Amse, on the soldier. Unnate, raised. Vinyasta, rested. Hasta, of his hand. Agram, the front part. Uranga Vidvisa, of Garuda, the enemy of the snakes. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki. The Supreme Personality of Godhead stood with his lotus feet almost touching the ground while he rested the front of his hand on the raised shoulder of Garuda, the enemy of the snakes. Maharaj Prithu, wiping the tears from his eyes, tried to look upon the Lord, but it appeared that the king was not fully satisfied. By looking at him, thus the king offered the following prayers. Purport. The significant point in this verse is that the Lord was standing above the ground, almost touching it. The residents of the upper planetary system, beginning from Brahmaloka, the planet where Lord Brahma lives, down to Swargaloka, the heavenly planets of Indra, are so advanced in spiritual life that when they come to visit this or similar other lower planetary system, they keep their weightlessness. This means that they can stand without touching the ground. Lord Vishnu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but because he lives in one of the planetary systems within this universe, he sometimes plays as if one of the demigods of the universe. When he first appeared before Prithu Maharaj, he was not touching the ground of this earth. But when he was fully satisfied with the behavior and character of Maharaj Prithu, he immediately acted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana from Vaikuntha. Out of affection for Maharaj, Prithu For Prithu Maharaj, he touched the earth, but he rested the front of his hand on the raised shoulder of Garuda, his career, as if to prevent himself from falling down, since the Lord is not accustomed to stand on earthly ground. These are all symptoms of great affection for Prithu Maharaj. Perceiving his fortunate position, Prithu Maharaj could not fully look upon the Lord due to ecstasy, but still, in a flattering voice, he began to offer prayers. Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. So first of all, nice to be with all of you in ISKCON Sydney, devotees of Sydney, and nice to have darshan of our dear Radha Gopinath. We thought in anniversary we'll make it to hear some glories or some pastimes of Radha Gopinath, but we couldn't make it. But yesterday I was just trying to hear, what really happened? Why Radha Gopinath is so special? I don't know how much true it is. I found it online. They said that the lights went off. During the installation time, there was, all of a sudden, there was no electricity or anything that time. All of a sudden. Did we hear any stories like that? No. We have to confirm it. But it was written that they also give reference from some Prabhupada's pastimes that electricity went off and still the deities were glowing. Radha Gopinath, still the deities were glowing. And I was like, wow, this is really powerful. And there was written, maybe this happened so people could see how powerful are the deities, how strongly Radha Gopinath is present in this deity form. So we're so grateful to all the devotees for kindly giving us service to share something, whatever we know, whatever we realized. And I always remember when Bhagavatam comes, I always get that enthusiasm from this funny story. Like there was a prison. Yesterday we went to this opera house. And in the ferry we saw, one devotee showed us, Mataji, this is jail, this is prison. And it was in between, like we have in Pokhara, Feva Lake, there is a temple in between the pond. But there was a prison in between the pond. And I was like, wow, such a difficult thing for the prisoners to think even to run away from there. Similarly, there was a prison where all the prisoners, they would come and they would hear Bhagavatam. But their Bhagavatam was different from our Bhagavatam. Our Bhagavatam, we are always hearing what Prithu Maharaj did, what Dhruva Maharaj did, what Prahlad Maharaj did. But their Bhagavatam was what the great thief did and how he managed to escape from that jail. And another Daku Sher Singh, how that guy managed to escape from the toilet. Or another Daku, how that Daku managed to every day like, make a hole in the wall, and then after 23 years of making a tunnel in the wall and then managed to get out from there. Each and every day they used to stay like us and they used to get inspiration. How our great acharyas, our thief acharyas, they managed to get out of the jail. Maybe that much enthusiasm devotees don't have to hear about our acharyas to get out from this prison, this jail. Right? So when that enthusiasm comes, then we can really get down. Because there was a story I heard that till we are in the prison, the prisoners are very happy. We are doing whatever they are saying. They want us to work on stones, we work on stones. They want us to carry big load, we'll carry big load. They're very happy, the police people. But as soon as you plan, okay, I want to get out. Now I will get out. And somehow you collected all the guts and you just jump that wall and you start running, and what happens? All of a sudden you will see behind you. You sit inside the jail peacefully, nobody will disturb you. But the moment you think that I want to get out, I don't want to stay here peacefully, comfortably in this world, then all the police starts coming behind you. And okay, somehow you manage to even fool the police. Then what happens? Whoa, some police dogs will come. You'll have so much of chasing. And this is exactly happens when we try to get out of this jail. Dukhalayam. Right? But till we are very comfortably staying inside this jail, everything is okay, everything is fine, nothing will disturb you, life goes on, you get your salary, everything looks okay. And as soon as you enter Krishna consciousness, then parents start creating some problem, then neighbors start creating some problem, right? Mind start creating some problem. Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj wrote a book, not wrote a book, but gave commentary in one book called 64 Principles. He gave an example of a brahmachari who really missed home. Really missed home. And Maharaj was explaining how mind works. And then that brahmachari was going out for book distribution. Few days or few weeks it has been that he was missing home. So much so that it was his birthday, and then he was distributing books. And one old lady just came and says, what is this about? And they had some conversation, and while going, this old lady gave a blueberry cheesecake to that brahmachari. And all of a sudden he remembered how well his mother used to bake this blueberry cheesecake for him. And then he remembered, today is my birthday. And in ashram, nobody even wished me happy birthday. And here, as a representative of my mother, this old lady comes and giving me so much of love. No, I don't deserve to be in ashram. I deserve to be at home with so much of love and care from my parents. And then he ran away from that spot of book distribution back home. So many challenges come, so many dogs barking from inside, from outside, so that we don't go back. We don't go out from this jail. Right? But these stories of these acharyas, these devotees, really gives us inspiration to get out of this jail. So I was reading this, we are in the chapter where Lord Vishnu appeared in front of Prithu Maharaj. And the scene is like, if we have to, because every Bhagavatam you say that it's like a sweet, ripened fruit. Wherever you bite, it is so sweet. Wherever any part. And today we are biting the story of Prithu Maharaj. So what just happened, I'll tell you in short. Prithu Maharaj did 99 Ashwamedha Yajna. And this is not the yajna that will finish in few hours. This is really the yajna which needs enormous wealth. And pakka brahmanas who will speak pakka mantra, who knows the meaning of each and every mantra. Not like when we do pujas, says, Prabhuji, what is the meaning? I also don't know, Mataji, but it is written in the book. I am just praying from it. I'm just reciting from it. No, the brahmanas should be pakka, knowing meaning of each and everything. No, and the highly powerful king is required. So many, requirements for Ashwamedha Yajna. And Prithu Maharaj finished 99 Ashwamedha Yajna. Now he was doing 100th. And if you do 100, if you finish successfully 100, then you can also become Indra. So this was really distracting the king of heaven, Indra. That's why there was, maybe in chapter 19 you already read, many times there was disturbance from Indra, right? Trying to steal the horse for this, who was meant for the sacrifice. And many times Indra was threatened and he left the horse there. Sometimes he became invisible, sometimes he took the form of a sadhu, but the horse, they got it back. But still Indra again tried to take it. Prabhupada didn't mention, but somewhere I read it was 105 times. Not only once, again and again and again and again this happened. Right? But the amazing thing is, here Srila Prabhupada is saying that Lord Vishnu appeared. 100th Aswamedha Yajna is not complete yet, but Lord Vishnu appeared for Prithu Maharaj. And I was thinking, what? What is that thing? Why he appeared? And in the beginning, slokas before this, in purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions that clearly Lord Vishnu says that I am not happy when people do big sacrifices. I am pleased by the elevated character of a devotee, of that person. And I was thinking, what is that elevated character? Whatever big austerities you do, or yajnas you do, sacrifices you do, Vishnu is not pleased, Krishna is not pleased. But he is pleased by simple character of a devotee. And this is like, okay, now we have to find out. Because we all joined ISKCON not to do big yajnas or austerities or nirjala tapasyas. Sometimes we join ISKCON and we get stuck there. Right? Did you fast for Ekadasi? Oh, I didn't fast. Gaya kam se, your life is bekar now. Your life is not, now you're not a devotee. Oh, you took Anna in Ekadasi, gone case. By mistake. But you are a gone case. So we join ISKCON not to just become niyamagraha. Not to get into these austerities. And of course, these things helps. To develop this quality, which Vishnu is here saying that I'm impressed by that quality. So to know that quality, I have to take you back to chapter 19. Shall I? This is already in chapter 20. Put reverse here. We have to go back to chapter 19. Anta? Pakka? Then you have to say one Haribol. Esto Haribol mata kulle. You have to say really Haribol from heart. Okay, this is something now. Right, in chapter 19, I was just going through that, and I myself was feeling, wow, Prithu Maharaj, are wow. Prithu Maharaj, you're really amazing. So, when this 99th Aswamedha Yajna is finished, now 100 Aswamedha gonna start, and this guy is continuously stealing the horse. Now, what would be our condition if we were Prithu Maharaj? We would be angry, and he was also. And he decided that now I'm going to finish this guy. This Indra, now I'm going to finish this guy. And he was not simple king, He finished 99 Aswamedha. And Aswamedha Yajna you finish once means you establish your supremacy. You're not just Raja now, you're Maharaja. You're the king of all the kings. So in order to make, I'll just read, Brahma appeared there. When he decided, I'm going to finish this Indra, Brahma appeared there. And Brahma said, you cannot kill Indra, the king of heaven. It is not your duty. You should know that Indra is as good as Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now you put yourself in the position of Maharaj Prithu and hear this dialogue. Brahma was supposed to say, good, my boy, good, just finish this envious person. He doesn't deserve to be the representative of Supreme Personality of God. Just finish this guy. But Brahma, our great father or great grandfather, he said that, no, you cannot kill him because he is representative of Supreme Personality. What kind of representative, right? But Brahma did make this statement. No, I didn't say this. This is Bhagavatam saying. And then goes on. Great-grandfather continues to speak. Right? Let there be only 99 sacrifice, Prithu Maharaj. Let there be 99. No need to make 100. Because if you make 100, then this Indra will again be envious and try to disturb you, and then you will try to kill him, but he should not be killed. And Aswamedha Yajna means you're going to serve all the demigods and you're going to kill the king of heaven? How is it possible? No, you please don't do that. So Lord Brahma continues. My dear king, do not be agitated and anxious because your sacrifice have not been properly executed due to providential impediments. Bhagya ko karan le. It's not successful. If we were there, we would not leave for sure. But then Prithu Maharaj was listening. Prithu Maharaj was carefully listening each and every word of Brahmaji. And Brahmaji continued few slokas he continued. Unless, now Prithu Maharaj spoke. The great sage Maitreya Muni continued, when King Prithu was thus advised by the supreme teacher, Lord Brahma, he abandoned his eagerness to perform yajnas. Okay, done. If Brahmaji is saying, I'm not going to do the 100th yajna. What we will do? We will leave Brahmaji and we'll go to another Brahmaji. That is us. Or maybe we'll leave this temple and go to another temple. No, this is the fashion. Or we'll leave Sydney and go stay in Mayapur or Vrindavan. In Yamuna Mataji's book, it was written that they were taking care of Vrindavan, Yamuna Mataji. It was not easy time where she felt that why I'm here. Because the heat of Vrindavan in summer is not a joke. And I think we all know the room of Srila Prabhupada in Radha Damodar temple. There's a room where Srila Prabhupada stayed. And when Yamuna Mataji was there too, that was the time when Krishna Balaram temple was being made, constructed. And they were taking care, a group of devotees were taking care of the temple. And Yamuna Mataji was there. And Mataji, there's a story which explains that Mataji decided that, what I'm doing here, why I'm not in America? So much of heat, so much of stupid people, always fighting among each other. Dhamvasis, they have extra energy to fight. Even rickshawala is fighting, even fulwala, flower person is fighting. Everyone is fighting there. They like to fight. That's their rasa. Why I'm here and the most difficult thing was the heat. For Prabhujis, they could go up in the terrace and just put the the gamcha and put the gamcha on top and just sleep under the sky. But for Matajis, it was so risky. Mataji had to lock the room, close the window, and open the fan, which will just give you more hot air, and be there months and months like that. And Yamuna Mataji decided, no, I'm going back. I am going back. I'm not staying here. Tomorrow morning, I'm taking the ticket and flying to US. But that's the moment she remembered Srila Prabhupada. And she remembered how many months Prabhupada stayed in this room, in the same summer. For whom? for us only. For Yamuna Mataji, for devotees of Sydney, devotees of Nepal, for all the devotees who are now joining ISKCON, because Prabhupada tolerated that heat that time. And Yamuna Mataji remembered, Prabhupada did so much for us. Why I cannot stay here for a few months, tolerate this? I'm going to sleep here. Mataji got that energy, remembering what Prabhupada did for all of them. How Prabhupada came to US for all of them. Right? And then that was the time when so many people used to come from India, from Australia, from Sydney, from US, from UK to Vrindavan to stay. And generally, who were those who used to come there? Those devotees, most difficult one who cannot adjust in their temple. So they'll say, "Hum to dham ja rahe. I'll not stay in this temple. I'm going to Vrindavan." Dham is calling me. Why? Not because they want to serve Dham, because they cannot adjust in their temple. They don't have this inspiration from Prithu Maharaj. Okay, if the authority, if the representative of Krishna, Brahmaji is saying this, let me accept it. Though it might sound so not right, isn't it? If we just hear that Indra is 108% wrong here, not Prithu Maharaj. So the fight should go on and he should be finished. Indra should be finished. But Brahmaji just did the opposite. Instead, Brahmaji said, "My dear boy, let it be 99th. No need to do 100. And what did Prithu Maharaj do? Yes, sir. I accept it. And it was not, yes, sir, with grudges in the heart. No, with very, from deep inside. Okay, if Brahmaji is saying, yes, sir. That dedication was there. And he accepted it, right? And then, after he accepts this, then comes chapter 20, the chapter that we are reading, where in the beginning slokas, Srila Prabhupada mentioned, now Vishnu appeared. Vishnu appeared there, and then now Vishnu started speaking, giving instruction to a few slokas there. Vishnu starts to speak and give instruction, my dear boy. And give some, very heart-touching instructions to Prithu Maharaj. And after hearing that, and the funny part is Vishnu alone wasn't there. He brought Indra also with him. Indra was also there, and Prithu Maharaj was looking at this guy who stole my horse so many times. And again, Vishnu also telling the same thing. My dear boy, why are you agitated? Why are you angry of this stupid Indra? But after he spoke everything, Vishnu spoke everything, then he just decided, Prithu Maharaj just decided, acha chalo. He hugged Indra. Of course, Indra also felt guilty and went to touch the feet of Prithu Maharaj. And he didn't have even this much of envy. He just forgave 100%. I was in Mumbai once, and there was a session of psychology. And because nowadays to take care of devotees, we have to become doctors, we have to become psychologists, we have to run financial institute, it's not like before. Now we have to know everything. And I was in Mumbai, and there was a session, psychological session I had to learn. There was a topic of forgiveness going on. And this teacher, he was sharing, she was sharing her story. And she was sharing that it took me, I forgot the exact number, but it was like 6 or 7 years to forgive my mother. And I was like, wow, that's a long time. 6, 7 years. And we were listening. What happened that she could not forgive her mother? And she was telling her story that when she was born, her mother was very beautiful. And her sister is also very beautiful. But when she was born, the nurse brought the child to the mother and showed, this is your daughter. And mother looked at the child. It was dark and the nose was big. And didn't look really like a human child. And the mother said, no, this is not my child. Look at my elder daughter. She's so pretty, she's so beautiful. Look at me. This is not my daughter. For sure you guys mixed here. You guys made some mistake. You have to go find my daughter. Where is my daughter? This is not my daughter. And the doctor said that, no, ma'am, this is your daughter. We did everything right. Look at the band. As soon as we did the operation, this is the band we put, and this is your daughter. And of course, what can be done? Took the daughter back home. But then the life she spent was so difficult because mother just didn't accepted her. She went to the parties only with the elder kid. She went for shopping only with the elder kid. But with the younger one, nothing. And this teacher who was speaking was that younger kid, that daughter. But that time she was already with makeup and everything. She looked okay. And then I started looking at her very carefully. And I saw really, behind the makeup is a really different person, And she put big glasses, so most of the part of her face is covered. And then I started, oh, that's why. That's why the hair is up till here. The glass is big. Most of the part of her face is covered. But she was, of course, with the help of, psychology and few gurus, she was managing to forgive that mother. She managed to, but after 7 years. And here, Prithu Maharaj is here in one moment because Brahmaji said, in one moment because Krishna said, put all the ego aside. Now that is really a big deal. This is really a big deal. To put tilak, to put kanthi, to put gopi dress, sari, to put dhoti, to put kurta, to put shikha is not a big deal. In Tamal Krishna Maharaj's time, he was such a preacher that he had this traveling Sankirtan party, we know that, and this was a big bus. And wherever this bus goes, he used to do so much of book distribution. And as a break, he used to come to different temple to take prasadam or to relax or to take bath or like that. But he was such a preacher that when he left this temple, when he would go, then there would be no one in the temple. The pujaris will go with him, the cook will go with him, because everybody got such an inspiration from Tamal Krishna Maharaj. And the temple president used to put his hand in the head, and just, don't come again, please. And they used to complain to Srila Prabhupada, this Tamal Krishna is stealing all our devotees. Tomorrow is Sunday program and no devotees are here. Everybody went with the Sankirtan party with Tamal Krishna Maharaj. And not only devotees, even outside people. His bus was like, generally the bus has 2 doors. One in front, one in back. So when he was doing book distribution, his party would ask the new person to get inside the bus, and there was distributors. They would explain everything and, explain about Krishna, Srila Prabhupada, where there will be different people standing. So one person explained, passed to another one, another person explained. And by the time this guy will come out from the front door, he will already be shaved, shikha, with the books in the hand, ready to do book distribution. That was Tamal Krishna Maharaj. Right? Why did I tell the story of Tamal Krishna Maharaj? How did I reach here? From authority, yes. Right? So this is the... Even we see, I was reading in Chaitanya Charitamrita, one place I really found, it was Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami wanted really to be in association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I really wanted to be in association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he was not allowed. He was sent back by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu time and again. No, you be with family, but time will come at this moment you go, be with family. Time will come when you will be with me. Abhi jao, abhi jao, abhi jao. But of course later, with the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, he joined. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also agreed. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, please stay under the guidance of Swarup Damodar. And later I was reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. Nobody called him, "Hey Raghunath." Everybody called him Swarupera Raghu. He was known by the name of his authority. That dedication was there. That surrender was there. And when this quality that Krishna is speaking, that yes, when he saw this quality in Prithu Maharaj, then what happened? Prabhupada explains that generally whoever comes from higher planetary system, spiritual world, they don't walk like us this on the floor, on the ground. They're always above the ground. But by seeing this, Krishna about to go did not go. What did Krishna do? Krishna wanted to come to his level. Krishna showed that compassion, that mercy to Prithu Maharaj. This gravity doesn't work on them, whoever comes from higher planetary systems. But Krishna, as if, okay, I am here for you. He held Garuda's shoulder and he just put his leg down. And this reminded me of Srila Prabhupada. How Srila Prabhupada came down for us. The first day Srila Prabhupada, even before going to US, when Srila Prabhupada was preparing his books, we just know that Prabhupada had heart attack. Prabhupada, went to Srimati Murarji. But I was, last time Jagatarini Mataji and her daughter came to give us a few sessions on Srila Prabhupada. And that time she was reading for us that to get to meet Srimati Murarji, it was not easy for Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was simple sannyasi. Now is A.C. Bhaktivedanta. We all know him as founder Acharya of ISKCON. Now in every ISKCON temple, Sri Guru Charana Padma Itstan. But that time, just to publish book, he didn't have enough money. So he used to print the book, and then sell the book, and get the money, and then print another book. But like this, ages will go. So he went to meet, in Mumbai, there is Srimati Murarji, but his assistant didn't allow, her assistant didn't allow Prabhupada to meet Srimati Murarji. And then what happened? Srila Prabhupada went to the office of Srimati Murarji, stayed outside the building because he was not allowed inside. And he did not wait for 5 minutes. He did not wait for 30 minutes. He did not wait for 1 hour. He did not wait for 2 hours. He did not wait for 3 hours. It was completely 5 hours. The old man sat on the stairs of the office of Srimati Murarji in that sun. Because Prabhupada knew that after office time is over, this lady will come out. So he was just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And as soon as this lady came out, Prabhupada, old man, he just rushed to beg that money to print more books from Srimati Murarji. And her assistant, Choksi, said, this old man was waiting 5 hours. Mataji, please give few minutes for. And then Mataji says, please come tomorrow. And just listening to that statement, tomorrow I'll get to meet Srimati Murarji. Prabhupada was so happy. And of course we know the long story how Prabhupada reached there. But the thing that shocked me was the first night. We know that he stayed with Sally and Gopal, right? The couple. But I didn't know that, that time I came to know that Prabhupada reached there, and the first night they offered Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, gave him a sofa to sleep. because it was just 1 BHK, only 1 bedroom, and they already occupied 1 bedroom. And what was remained was a sofa. Prabhupada stayed there. Next day, and that's I didn't know until I reached Boston and I saw this building where Prabhupada stayed. Next day, Gopal, he took Srila Prabhupada to the hostel, boys' hostel, which was near his house. And Srila Prabhupada stayed there in boys' hostel. Afternoon, he used to come to Gopal Agrawal's house to cook Prashadam. And not only for him, he cooked for Gopal Agrawal, he cooked for Sally Agrawal, he cooked for kids of this couple. That's how Srila Prabhupada established preaching in Western countries. And here now we, the followers of Srila Prabhupada, if we really think we are the followers of Srila Prabhupada, we'll continue this mission of Prabhupada. No? Prabhupada used to say, all my mostly God brothers, they are daughters of my Guru. My Guru had only one son, and that is me. And everybody used to ask, why? Because I took care of my Guru's business. Book distribution, opening temple. Yare dekhe tare kaho Krishna Upadesh. I took Nagaradigram. Sarvatra prachare hobe mora naam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I took this business of my Guru. And only generally, son they takes care of that time. Generally, son they takes care of the business of the father. So all our daughters, I'm the only son, Prabhupada used to say. And if we think that we are really son of Srila Prabhupada, we have to take this ahead. And we all have wonderful opportunity in Sydney to do this, to take this mission of Srila Prabhupada ahead. Srila Prabhupada ki, Radha Gopinath ki, Ita Gaura Pramanande. I'm so sorry, that time, 9 somehow. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, Virgie. Yes, Virgie. Hare Krishna.
Just a couple of questions, quick questions. Is it true that Emperor Yudhishthira's chariot also almost never touched the ground?
Emperor Yudhishthira's, right? Yes, yes. Yes, this is true. And it touched the ground at that moment when he thought that, no, I don't want to follow the instruction of Krishna. Krishna was telling him, and generally people give the commentary that it touched the ground because he lied. But devotees, they give the comment that it touched the ground because inside he had doubt that, no, how can I lie? It was instruction of Krishna, but he had doubt in that. And that's why, boom, it touched the ground. Yes.
And also, apart from exhibiting the weightlessness symptom, what is the significance of not touching the earth by Lord Vishnu? What is the significance?
Rupeshwar Prabhu can also help on this, but when I was reading this and I was going through this, what I found was the purity, the subtle composition of the body of the living entities in spiritual world or higher planetary system. They don't have this dense composition and they are not affected by the law of gravity. So they have choice. They have choice to not touch the ground, but they can also touch the ground. But they have choice to just, you say hover, or you just fly. Seems like flying. Yeah. If Rupa Prabhu wants to add something on this. Yeah, that's what information I got.
Subtle is pure. Subtler is pure. So earth is more gross. It's more dirty.
But it's very interesting, no? Yeah, I also found that. Yes, another one.
Is Srila Prabhupada referring to Sutala planet in what Vishnu stays as a doorkeeper in the purport? Is that what he's referring to? I mean, he mentioned,
In this purport did not mentioned. Is it?
I think he was saying that, unless it said something,
Can you read for us?
not very clearly about Sutala planet. He said something,
He mentioned maybe he
rainbow,
he acted like demigods, but because he was impressed with Prithu Maharaj, then he just decided, okay, I can act like myself. Matlab back to Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is what Prabhupada said. But he was acting like demigods before that. But after seeing this dedication of Prithu Maharaj, then he acted like Vishnu. And he just opened his heart, blessed. And he asked, what do you want? Please ask. And then later, maybe coming up slokas, you will hear, I don't need anything, but I need millions of years. Years. Because this 2 years not enough to hear your glories. Please give me millions of years so I can hear the glories of your lotus feet. Not with 2 years, but millions of years. Can you imagine what would that be? And that is what Prithu Maharaj asked. Hare Krishna Bharji. Srila Prabhupada.
In this connection, in the purport, like Srila Prabhupada is saying, Vishnu, he decided to appear as Narayan. That's what he mentioned. So if you see Shirodakshaya Vishnu, he is almost like a demigod. We call like Srishtikarta, Palamkarta, and Samartha. So Shirodakshaya Vishnu sometimes goes in the level of demigod, but of course special demigod, Mahadev. Alright? So here, seeing the dedication of Prithu Maharaj, he wanted to show his Narayan form, which is in Vaikuntha.
Mm-mm.
So it's like
Very beautiful questions. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mata.
My question is regarding following the authority. Sometimes we feel doubts, sometimes we feel, I don't know what's going on to follow the authority, especially senior devotees, sometimes special gurus. So in that case, how to increase our acceptance vow to follow their instructions in our devotional life?
This is a very important question that Mataji made. Because the preaching is going full speed. I think in Sydney also. In Nepal it's going full speed. So when it goes in this speed, then many devotees has to take care of. Because this is nothing but the war against Maya. We just came back from Japan, from Hiroshima. And we saw, what a war, man, what a war. They didn't even have time to think, okay, let's fight. They just saw big lightning and they experienced the heat. And when they look at each other, their cheeks were melting already. The skin was not there. When I look at you, your skin was not there. You look at me, my skin is not there. It was already that situation. They didn't have time. But many places, when the war is going on and during the time of war, they don't see you're qualified or not. They will just give gun to you. Go fight. What is your age? Do you have training or not? They don't see. Now the enemies are coming. You just fight. And that was what Srila Prabhupada time was. Srila Prabhupada gave sannyas to 22 years old boy. That is the time when generally you want to have girlfriends or you want to go around, you want to enjoy. That time Prabhupada gave them sannyas. So if somewhere preaching is going full speed, where we feel that urgency is still now, then so many people, though they are not qualified, they will be given responsibility. But in Prabhupada's time, of course, it was first time and everybody just followed. And they say that, Prabhuji, I cannot go for book distribution. I have fever or I have stomachache. And you know what they used to answer? The authorities, they said, you're not the body, Prabhu. Just go out for book distribution. You're not the body. But of course, now we are more experienced in all these things. So we know that this gun is given to so many not trained devotees also. So we do have to think, okay, till what level I have to be, heartily following, karega ya marega type. Till what degree I can surrender. But then you also have to check that how much that person is surrendered to his or her guru. Okay, nobody is perfect, nobody is qualified, right? But in that person also, if that dedication is there, may not be 100% pure yet, but motivation is right, dedication is right, but anarthas remain. That will go according to the practicing of sadhana bhakti. If that motivation, that dedication, that jose is there, then we surrender. Did I answer your question? Was it okay? Was that your query? Hare Krishna, thank you so much. If Rupa Shubha wants to add something. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Radha Gopinath ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.